Okay, hi coach, can you review this for me? I widened my grip a little bit in the snatch. All right, let's take a look. It's a little bit wider. Leaving your midfoot though. That's why that happens. That's why your knees and hips go forward like that. You can already tell what the result's going to be by what your feet are doing. So I see that your feet, they push back towards your heels like that. And then look what happens. Your knees and hips are going to shoot forward. If you push through your heels, if you're pushing through your heels, you can't find connection in your posterior. It's just not possible. You have to apply pressure in your metatarsals. And then not even that, you have to shift your weight forward, okay, while holding your glute reach back. So there's a lot of counteracting going on. So when you go and find your feet here, you're kind of sitting back too much on it right now. Like you need more dorsiflexion here, right? But as you go into more dorsiflexion, you need to make sure that weight is pushing towards your toes, okay? So already there's no connection. There's very weak posterior connection, starting from your plantar fascia, right? The feet on the bottom of your feet and your midfoot, the fascia line there, starting from there, it's not active at all. So that's why you're just getting sent into your anterior chain like this, right? There's zero balance here. You can hold it with this because you're big and strong with 70 kilos though, you know? Try that with like 120. There's no way you'll be able to hold that with your other body parts that aren't balanced, okay? So if we want to catch it more like in this position, even though this is out of balance, but if you want to be more like in this area where like you see how your hips are all compact in there, like we want that. It's just the balance, let's see right here, like you just need to lean forward. So like where the front of your ankle is, that angle from your shin to your foot should be shorter, a lot shorter. You need that. Then you can imagine what happens to the back of your ankle there. You're gonna have more stretch. But if that tibia there goes back like that, you lose that tension starting from that heel where that tendon starts and where that heel is. That needs a stretch. It's not stretching, it's shortening as you do this, right? If you push into that area of where it's connected, where it's supposed to be connected, or whatever side you're on, if you push on that side, it's gonna shorten. So you wanna push on the side of your foot opposite to what you're trying to connect, right? So if you're trying to have strong connection in your back and your posterior, right, from your foot all the way up to even where your shoulders or your neck is, you need to apply pressure on the opposite side of your foot, which is your midfoot, even your toe, okay? And that's why you see one of the best snatchers in the world, breaking world records, off the floor. They've created so much tension and counterbalance that their heels even kind of pop off the floor, right? And then as they pass the knee and they go into point of contact, it levels out again. But that just goes to show how much energy is stored when you load properly like that, okay? So if you think of your shoe or your foot as a boat, you wanna rock that boat forward. That front end of that boat needs to be almost like sinking into the ground, right? And it needs to be sinking into that ground like that as you push up all the way from here, like from here to here. You need to be rocking that boat in your feet as you push. This one was actually better. And look, the result is better too, a little bit better, but it's still not enough, right? Because when you catch it in your anterior side in the lower body, it's gonna force your upper body to go upright. And when you get in an upright position in the torso, it forces your shoulder rotation to go external, okay? So in this position, to get this more, like if you're gonna catch it anterior like this, it's better to be externally rotated, even though that's not in the balance, but that's how it works out because that's the chain you're in. If you're anteriorly loaded in your lower body, then you should be anteriorly loaded in your front, which is an external rotation. But there's no balance being anteriorly loaded. There's no counterbalance, because it causes you to be upright. And when you're upright, there's no counterbalance when you're upright. Okay, there's no support coming from either ends, right? We need more distance from your hip and your shoulder for there to be counterbalance, especially with the bar overhead, okay? But now, all the weight's just behind you. Your chest is upright, your hip is right underneath your shoulder, and the bar stacked on top. On paper, maybe that